they're struggling a lot with Islam. Because the thing about Europe, unlike America, Europe has largely abandoned religion. I mean, they really see religion as a very backward thing. It's something that it's almost an embarrassment to many modern Europeans. I mean, there's still Christians and believers in Europe, but generally they're very. I mean, the burqa issue is a classic issue in France, of, you know, pourquoi no burqa? Right? You know, I mean, why not let, if a woman wants to cover her face, why not let, I mean, they let you go to a plastic surgeon and rearrange your face. I mean, there's no laws against that. It's amazing. And there's some faces out there that I think it'd be a social service to cover them. So, I don't know, you know, that's a real problem. It's a problem. It's very interesting. I mean, why, you know, why there is that split. But generally the problem with human rights is there's no ground for them. You know, secularity is not a grounds for human rights. Secularity is about power. It's not, you know, the Germans argued that Jews were not worthy of, you know, they were just subhuman. And from a secular point of view, if you don't have any grounds for, then that argument is as valid as any other argument in terms of power. And that's why Göring at the Nuremberg trials, Göring said, you know, he refused to even partake in it. He just said, this is about power. He said, we were in power, now you're in power. So you're dictating to us just like we dictated before. And that, without religion, things are about power. So even human rights, you know, we frame things in human rights, but what human rights did the Iraqis have when they were bombed? You know, I mean, that's just power. So you can say wonderful things about human rights, which, you know, Europe and America do. They say wonderful things. And a lot of people generally believe these things. But in the end, the people in power behave according to power. They don't behave according to human rights. It's about power. And so the only time that these things are really truly meaningful is when you bring in the sacred and rights become grounded in divine rights, not human rights, divine rights, that these are divine rights, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created people and gave them dignity, irrespective of their religion.